God damn, when is this guy gonna do something with his beard? Wow. So I want to fast forward you guys to what's gonna happen with this whole Trump indictment upon indictment upon indictment. He's been arrested for this, arrested for that. It's a witch hunt. It's all fake. He did nothing wrong. He did everything perfectly. His phone calls, everything is perfect. Okay, what's gonna actually happen as a result of all of this? Because, as usual, tribal America, left versus right, one tribe versus another. You know, you got one side in full blown denial. It's all fake. Everything he says, I believe. Right? I believe I can. And then you got the other side that is all excited. Yeah, got him! Finally, we got him! Okay. Then you got reality. Is Trump going to serve any time in prison? I doubt it. But more specifically, this is the current path. I believe Trump is super, super guilty. No surprise there. Um, and it seems at least that there's a serious attempt to, how do I word this? To go through the motions of holding him legally accountable. There's a serious attempt to go through the motions of holding him legally accountable. Meaning, as far as, you know, not charging him unless you know you have a solid case, check. As far as building up the strongest possible case with, evidence and, all the stuff, all the legal process, check. As far as demonstrating in a court of law his guilt, check. Court of opinion depends on which tribe you're in, right? One tribe, he did nothing wrong. The other tribe, he did everything wrong, right? But that's nonsense. That's tribal. That's social media. I'm talking about court of law, right? Standard of evidence. You can't just say stuff. You got to bring your evidence. You got to back it up. It can't just be one thing. You got to really, really demonstrate guilt. I think they're ready to deliver on that. So check on that. Um, conviction. Conviction. This is where things will fall apart, unfortunately, for the liberals who are excited that we got him. The only you got him is finally we're in a situation where his crimes are very likely to be fully exposed. So there's no doubt about it. There's no like rumor, and we think it's going to be no, he did this, and here's the evidence of what exactly he did. So that's the only got him that you got. When it comes to conviction, when it comes to sentencing, that becomes a problem. Now there is a chance that somehow he wiggles out of this, and I don't know how many people have to agree he's guilty or whatever. Might be a situation where they get one less sort of vote for him being guilty than they need, and then he gets off based on that, or somebody screws up somewhere, and he gets off on a technicality. But I think that's a low chance. I think he's going to be convicted. The problem is sentencing, right? What is the problem with sentencing about what's going to happen? Well, we got to have a context for all of this. Trump is an elite. The United States of America is a very corrupt country. The elites typically get away with a lot, not always, but typically they get away with a lot. They don't, it's a two-tier justice system, right? I go to prison quick on some nonsense, and I have been to prison on some nonsense. Somebody like Trump, not so likely. He is an elite. He's a member of the elite class, and in this country, people like him typically get away. We are allergic to holding elites accountable. Look at January 6th. Quick and happy to go after all the little people who were just stumbling around, and I got lost. I didn't punch a cop in the face. I mean, not intentionally anyway, right? Quick to go after those people. But the organizers, the planners, the people who lied to them and manipulated them into thinking that their country was being taken away, blah blah blah, not so much. So, with that in mind, um, there I'm expecting there's going to be an exit ramp that they're going to be seeking, right? Because they don't want to go all the way, right? They don't want to go all the way. It's somehow, again, we got this allergy with this stuff. So at some point in time, it's going to be, got him, convicted, guilty. Now what are we going to do? We got to do sentencing. Um, Obviously, the delusion tribe is going to go crazy, and it's a witch hunt and blah, blah, blah. And weaponization of injustice. I'm sure that's gonna have some level of impact. But regardless of what all the factors are that are gonna lead to this lack of motivation, it's gonna be like motivation is gonna stop. It's like motivation right now. We're gonna hold him accountable. You know, he did these crimes, and let's get this case. And motivation, motivation, motivation. Okay, we got him. We charge. Yes, motivate, motivate. Yes, take him to court. Did you say such and such with a candlestick? And guilty. All right. I guess I skipped to the what do you call it? The verdict. You know, did you say to such and such or whatever, whatever? Oh, yes, you did. Admit it to the court. Right? Motivated, motivated, motivated. Then it's like, we, the jury, find Donald J. Trump guilty. Motivation. When it comes time for sentencing, it's like, well, you know, he was a former president, and we don't want to set a precedent that, you know, presidents aren't above the law. We don't want to set that precedent because think about it, in the future, if a president does something criminal, right, he might go to jail as well. How many presidents might go to jail? We don't want to set that precedent. We want to set a precedent that presidents are above the law. We want to say that no one's above the law. Justice is blind. But in reality, we want to set the precedent that presidents are above the law, right? We can't hold a president of the United States of America. America. I actually don't know the lyrics. I haven't sung that in such a long time. And I guess I'm not a patriot. I'm a traitor. I'm a socialist. I hate America. I want America to burn. Burn, baby, burn. Anyway, yeah, that's where we're at, man. We talk a good game about no one's above the law and law and order in the Constitution. But when it comes down to actual in practice, you know, we can't put a president in jail. Right? So what does that mean? He's going to get fines or something lesser. Worst case scenario, I just can't see him in prison, but let's just say they give him something seriously harsh. Somehow, somebody falls and hits their head and forgets that they're American, and they're supposed to be corrupt, and then they go and so he hates America. He says America's corrupt. Obviously, he hates America. Anyway, and then they go and they do some really harsh sentencing, which I still don't think is gonna be prison, but whatever the next level down from being in prison. I mean, maybe firing squad. I don't know how that works, but if such a sentence comes out, then there's gonna be a pardon, right? If, let's just say, somehow Sleepy Joe manages to slip his way into office in 2024, I doubt it. I say that happens. He's going to be like, for the good of the country and to keep us united, because united we stand, divided we fall. We need to bridge the divide, and I, the most progressive president of the United States, I know a lot of people are going to be against this, but I want you to look at the bigger picture. This is America. This man is an old man, and we are people that have compassion. We don't want to put this old guy in prison and have to suffer. I mean, regular old people, that's fine. But he's an elite. I mean, he's, forget what I said about the other stuff. Anyway, we just don't want to do this. We want to have compassion. And he's already part of the sentencing. He can't do this. He can't do that. And he can't do that. And he's already old. He's about to die. I mean, I don't want to say it that way, but you get my point. So Joe Biden pardon Donald J. Trump. I order him released from whatever they released him to. I'll put him in. That's what's gonna happen, y'all. That's what's gonna happen. And then the Democrats will celebrate because he will be free to actually have a chance to win. But that's in his mind. That's not what the Democrats are celebrating. They'll be celebrating the fact that he'll be the guy. Uncle Joe. The only guy Uncle Joe has a good chance of beating is Donald Trump. Ironically, there is a narrative of the Democrats are trying to remove him because he's a threat, because he's the one who can beat Joe Biden, when in reality, he's the only one Joe Biden could beat. Just about any other Republican who has a chance of getting anywhere, who is, not completely crazy, could easily beat Joe Biden. I mean, I would expect that Ron DeSantis could beat Joe Biden. I mean, man, you guys make it hard for me, man, because I would much easier say that like 3 months ago, but he's been getting so wacky lately. that I think he's going to start scaring away like the normies. So I don't know. I don't know. I was a little fishy with that, but I could see like a Pence winning. I mean, people are tired of Joe Biden, man. And it's not just the right wingers that have been brainwashed by their propaganda media. Even people that have been brainwashed in the other way about Biden is great, he's a wonderful guy, he's the most progressive president. He did so much more than I was expecting. I was expecting this. I was expecting this from Joe Biden, and I got this. Oh my God, I expected this, and I got this. I don't know why I keep saying this, but I was expecting this, and I got this. Joe Biden. Even those people are tired of Joe Biden. So you give them an alternative that doesn't look super crazy, like how I look in this video, for example, they'll probably jump on it. So the best thing Democrats want is somehow he squirms his way out of anything serious to where he's available to run against Joe Biden, and Joe Biden have a decent chance, not a significant chance. That's the thing. For all that's going on and how much craziness Trump is doing and how much he is hated by so many, the fact that Joe Biden, even the fact that he has a chance to beat Trump, it wouldn't be by any large margin, in my view. You saw he won by a small margin the last time. I don't think it's going to be a landslide this time if he's able to pull it off. So that says a lot about Joe Biden in terms of, I was expecting this and I got this. Joe Biden, I got a lot more than I expected. What do you think about Joe Biden? I expected this and I got. What do you think about Joe Biden? I didn't expect him to do as much. Was he a good president? Did he do a good job? Well, I was expecting this and I got that. Welcome to the idiocracy. The United States of children. The United States of insanity. The United States of propaganda. America! Anyway, that's what I expect. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think I'm crazy, or do you think I have whatever? You know what I was about to say. Fool me twice, fool me again, fool me 3 times, and then I will fool you once again, once more. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate Me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. I don't know why I have a slight headache. Isn't that Canadian smoke again? Those goddamn blunts. Don't be looking at my boobies, man.